Longzhu Gaming went into Worlds as the #1 Korean seed, and before their surprising defeat in quarterfinals, was one of the heavy favorites to take the whole tournament. They went undefeated in all 6 group stage matches and even managed a perfect game against Fnatic, where in the first 17 minutes, they racked up a 4K gold lead without any kills. In this tactics, let's break down the masterclass map play and vision control of Worlds 2017's first perfect win, starting with the draft. This episode of Tactics is brought to you by Gamer Sensei. Get one-on-one private coaching and pro tips from challenger players to win more and climb in ranked. Follow the link on screen and enter the code 1KFREE to get a $10 credit with your first lesson. Longzhu's Galio has push priority over most lanes, and Syndra is no exception. He pushes in waves with Winds of War and Colossal Smash, keeping Syndra in lane, while Galio can roam and his jungler can more easily invade. In the bot lane, their duo of John Averis can outpush Rakan and Tristana thanks to their range. Finally, in the top lane, Maokai should be able to push in Nasus in the early levels with Arcane Smash. For Nasus to match that push, he would have to use Spirit Fire consistently, which drains his mana pool. With this lineup, the game plan for Longzhu is simple. They want to give Nasus time to scale, while their winning bot lane take the turret and start gaining a lead. With this in mind, Cuz's job is simply to track Broxah and keep him from ever getting a gank on either side lane. Let's see how this played out. Longzhu need to know what quadrant of the map Broxah is in at all times, and this starts at level 1, when their mirror invade ends up influencing Broxah's jungle pathing. After Fnatic finish their invade top, Longzhu hide in Fnatic's bottom brush, and altogether retreat as Syndra checks with her Q. Fnatic thinks it's clear, and face check into a full Longzhu team. They burn 2 flashes to escape. Broxah loses bot control, and he's forced to start jungling from top. Knowing this, Longzhu wait a few minutes for Broxah to finish top and head bot. After he leaves, Nasus starts aggressively pushing, with Cuz standing by his backup. He uses the push to leave lane and clear out both Scryer's Bloom and the Blast Cone, which will limit Broxah's gank routes once he gets back to top. With top secured, Cuz works to set up bottom vision. He takes a shorter jungle route than Broxah so he can recall, pick up a tracker's knife, and reach Fnatic's bottom jungle before the enemy. He's spotted as he walks in at 430, but there's no way for Fnatic to stop him or know where he's placing wards. He drops wards at the 2 main camps, Krugs and Raptors. The Raptor ward is particularly important. It shows Broxah several times as he moves through common jungle paths. Prey and Gorilla use this vision information masterfully. During the first minutes of the game, they play back as Sejuani is clearing from top to bot. With the Raptor ward, they successfully evade multiple gank opportunities and push forward only when they see Broxah move to the top side of the jungle. Once Broxah does head toward the unwarded top jungle, Cuz moves to his own top side, ready to contest a possible top lane gank. Longzhu repeats this process once their wards expire. Cuz backs, refreshes his tracker's knife, and places the same Raptor ward. They spot Fnatic's jungler moving to red buff at 8:30 and later taking Raptors at 10 minutes. This vision control goes for so long that Longzhu can counter Broxah for almost the entire early game. If they don't have his exact location, they know which quadrant he's in. After 12 minutes of this, it's time for Longzhu to start pressuring for a gold lead. Fnatic eventually attempt a move on top lane, sending Caps to roam upward. Longzhu see this, but thanks to their vision, they can counter it. Cuz knows where Broxah is in the jungle down bot, so he lays on the pressure and has Galio join. Together they push Fnatic off the bot turret in a 4v3, all while Khan holds onto dear life up top. BDD threatens a teleport to top side to prevent any more shenanigans, and Longzhu grab the first turret. At this point, Longzhu jumped to a 1.5k gold lead, and there's little Fnatic can do to contest the game. Nasus finishes his Trinity Force, Janna and Gragas can stop any dive with their disengage, Galio has Syndra pinned to mid lane while he can ult across the map. With their draft and early game Broxah tracking, Longzhu has established control in all lanes. Of course, there's 2 sides to every perfect game, and a few key failures on Fnatic's part that contributed to the win. If Broxah was planning to start bot, Fnatic should have level 1 positioned in a line of scrimmage, covering jungle entrances and not giving up information. Instead, they invade top side and give Longzhu room to control their bot jungle. At 5 minutes, Fnatic knows Longzhu invaded their bot jungle and probably dropped wards. Broxa needed to farm to level 6, then attempt a gank with his ultimate. Instead, he moves through wards to gank bot and mid. Both lanes are able to avoid him, and Cuz gets to steal wolves. With all their lanes powerless mid-game, the best option for Fnatic would have been to call for a swap and trade their bot tier 1 tower for Longzhu's top tower. Longzhu would still likely get first tower gold, but there would be a trade that would leave Fnatic in a much better situation. Instead, Fnatic opt for a very late swap at 14 minutes, in reaction to Longzhu's swap. Then they try to force a 4v3, but Gragas and Janna's disengage make it impossible to dive. It's impossible for the EU team to get anything significant from this play. Meanwhile, Nasus has free reign over bot lane, takes the tier 2 turret, and threatens the inhibitor turret. Once Soaz recalls to stop him, Longzhu take down a 4th tower, and we arrive at the killless 4k gold lead for the Korean side. In the end, a perfect game comes not only from a coordinated winner, but the exposed weaknesses of their opponent. Longzhu may have left Worlds earlier than expected, but they definitely showed us how to dominate a group. Book a lesson on Gamer Sensei and learn to carry your team to victory. First-timers can use the code 1KFREE at checkout to get $10 credit. For more league interviews and analysis, subscribe to our channel. You can also find stats, discussions, and more on our website and mobile app at Blitz Esports.